Well, I still haven't been flown back to work, and I sincerely doubt I'm going to when I pick up my last paycheck, assuming they have it for me. I have doubts as to the honesty of my employment, but when I pick up my last paycheck, I fully suspect it to be my last. I do not want to go back, and I sincerely doubt I will return. It's a job that I just have no faith in. A job I have no trust in. A job I doubt that they will even honestly pay me for the work I've already done. For example, the paycheck they gave me last, I worked 3 days. Now they don't pay for lunch, the 2000s, but I worked 22.5 hours that week, and the bastards only paid me for 15. I don't expect them to pay me the full wages I've earned. It's a severe lack of trust. I'm not going to be returning in faith of returning back full time, if assuming they even pull me back at all. I doubt they're ever going to film me. They probably have nothing to do for me, nothing for me to do, and considering they're hiring mass amounts of new people, the fact that they laid me off claiming that there's simply no work really makes no sense. But then again, keep in mind, I'm only a temp. And temps, they essentially give throwaway jobs to throwaway people. And let's be honest, they threw me away. They, for some reason, perhaps because I've been too well trained in one aspect and they want to hire someone fresh that they can train anew and then throw away like factories do with temps, they will likely just not call me back, and on the off chance they do, I have no intention of returning. No intention of returning at all. I don't even trust them to call me back. I don't trust them to pay me or their other employees, for that matter, an honest wage. I don't want to work for a company who's blatantly scammed and ripped me off. I don't trust them, and I'm never going to. And I died. What do you expect? I was out in the open in a gunfight. This is not how I usually play these kinds of games, but I'm playing this game this way because this game just seems like crap. Also, I have been playing games for my own entertainment, games that I just will not be doing a let's play of. I've mentioned, I think in a previous video, some of the games I've been doing. Six Master of Shadows is one, so it's been a while since I've returned to it, and when I do, I'll probably just start the entire game fresh. I've been playing Titanfall 2, which is surprisingly good. Not great, don't get me wrong. I think I paid around $25 for use, but I have been playing it. It's fun. For a first-person shooter, it's fun. It's shallow. The story is your typical fare of a first-person shooter, which is, what you expect. It is sci-fi, so it's got that going for it, but it's still the you're a good guy, I was a bad guy. Sort of thing. The plot is definitely not that good. After all, it is only a first-person shooter, and it's a first-person shooter, which is frankly more. It has its main focus on online play, which I don't do. After all, the original Titanfall being only an Xbox One exclusive and being only online play, honestly, what do you expect? But it does have good narrative. Shallow narrative, don't get me wrong, but good narrative. It's the banter between who you play, the main character, and his Titan, which, let's be honest, is just pretty much a artificial intelligence mech. It's fun. It's humorous. Saying that, I sincerely doubt I will be doing not a first-person shooter, a Let's Play of it. It's just not something I'm that good. I'm not that enthralled about. It's entertaining to play. Will likely be entertaining to watch, but it's not a game I feel will it's not a game I simply put. It's a game I just don't want to do on my channel. Same with Sticks. Now, Sticks is a terrific game. By no means does it fall to the how do I explain? By no way is it guilty of shallow gameplay like Titanfall 2 in but a stealth game. The particular way I play stealth games is it's not fluid. I play stealth games very methodically, very step by step, point to point. I'm not going to be able to play it and make it entertaining for people to watch on my channel. I'm the kind of person where I play a stealth game. It is a particular one. It's not like Thief or Dishonored, where you're supposed to be doing any more passive places, or you certainly can, but why? Even then, just stealth games in general. I get one objective, I immediately save my game. Depending on how I'm playing, I kill or knock out an opponent, I immediately save my game. And that kind of interruption definitely not something I want to do for my channel. The other game I've been playing, and despite it not being that good, it's still entertaining, is the Saboteur. The Saboteur is an electronics arts game where pretty much it's a World War II setting. You're in Paris, fighting alongside the resistance to sort of defeat the Nazis, have the civilians in Paris rise up against the oppressors, that sort of shit now. That certainly sounds promising, and it is, but the narrative is just not that good, and the main story is bad. You're an Irishman stuck in Paris looking for revenge. The playable character is not that likable. He's shallow, he's arrogant, he's a bit of a prude. The secondary characters, some of them certainly have, qualities, but even then, they're not that redeeming. They are stereotypical. Well, I don't really mind stereotypes in games, just being on stereotypes tend to exist for a reason, not necessarily because they're true just all the time, but just in general, at the very least, perceived to be the norm. But the Saboteur's plot and characters are just too stereotypical. You're an Irishman. You're drunk. The voice actor speaks in a bad, fake-sounding Irish accent. The French Resistance is a bad French, stereotypical, fake French accent. The people you put alongside, shallow. It's not an offensively bad game, but it is, just stereotypical. And almost insulting in the way these characters are portrayed. But saying that, there is something. You're an Irish civilian in Paris. Your main motive is revenge, which I think is just shallow. Considering, it's wartime, and the only even real reason you're doing this is you're going after a Nazi colonel or general or high-ranking Nazi officer who, during the introduction, cheated you in a race. Yeah, there's a racing component to the game, which I'm pretty much ignoring. It seems very out of place. But there is something satisfying going around, blowing up Nazi installations, and just seeing that kind of progress. One thing the game does right is As you progress, the game starts out not in graphic color, and this is I believe, a 2009 PlayStation 3 game, so the graphics, even for PS3 standards, are by no means great. But as the game starts out, you play in black and white. There is no color. And as you progress through the game, certain areas of the map, which come less and less under Nazi occupation and join the resistance more and more, those areas begin to take shape and take color. As you travel, if you're in an area which has color, that area probably will still be under heavy Nazi occupation, but the people there supposedly are becoming more and more resistant to their oppressors. They're fighting back. And areas which are black and white or black and gray, what have you, those areas have less hope. They're afraid. They don't want to fight. They're afraid to fight back against the invaders, the Nazi invaders. It's a good game in that respect. It is entertaining, though again it's a bit shallow. More shallow than Titanfall 2 even. And it is an open world game. I find that open world games are starting to follow the ways of the first person shooter, where they're just being extremely oversaturated and being released year after year after year and becoming more and more shallow. Just significantly more and more shallow. I don't mind open world games if there's a point to it being open world, but having a big map for the sake of having a big map, why? In fact, the last open world game I played, which even, in my rather unhumble opinion, even had business being open world, was Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. That game still had all the guiltiness of being an open world game where, you know, large map, and you go around essentially doing the same shit over and over and over again, but it added something to it, and I think I mentioned this in the previous video, so I'm repeating myself, but it added the orc system where you can kill orc leaders, you can recruit orcs into your army. That added a level of refreshment to it, which was a breath of fresh air. And there was almost a personality to it. It's shallow Tolkien lore, after all. It follows the movies, not the books, but it improves on the orc society and makes them more than just mindless, beastie bad guys. Saying this, Middle of Earth Shadow of War, I believe, is out now, and I am very, not just hesitant, I'm upset over it, not just because of the microtransactions. I mean, this is Warner Brothers Entertainment. they're not even a true game development studio. They make movies and they just do the video games for extra money, and hey, video games based off their movies. They're a terrible video game company because they're not even a video game developer, they're movies. That's it. I don't really like movies that much, and yeah. So the fact that they included microtransactions in Shadow of War doesn't even upset me as much as it should, because, well, for one, it's a AAA, or at least I want to be AAA gaming developer. I think that's my guy, never mind. And that's what AAA gaming developers do. They milk everything for all it's worth. You know, what upsets me most about Shadow of Mordor is what they did to Shelob. I understand why people try to put sex appeal in everything. I don't like it.
There he is.
It's overdone. It's unnecessary. But I understand why they do it. But what pisses me off, why in hell would they even want to turn Shelob into something sexual, into an attractive sexual female? Shelob is an intelligent, big-ass spider. That's fucking badass. I would when they announced Shadow of Mordor in teaser trailers, and you know, it was, I heard that you work or develop an alliance, rather uneasy, but an alliance nonetheless with Shelob. I was ready to pounce on that. I really was. Because working with a big-ass, ugly, man-eating spider, just, yeah. Like, what appealed to me with Shadow of Mordor was working alongside big-ass, ugly orcs. They're working alongside what should be a natural enemy. That sounds amazing. And it's what makes Shadow of Mordor work. So making Shelob into some sort of sexual, you know what? Let's even cancel. Let's give them a bit of the benefit of the doubt.
That's our way off planet. Hello.
Making Shelob into something other than a big ass ugly spider ruins the game for me. I want to work alongside the demons. I want to have an uneasy alliance with someone against a common enemy, despite my uneasy ally, being evil too. And making Shelob into something other than a malicious, intelligent, evil spider just makes no sense. Never mind turning her into something of a sexual appeal. Even if you just turn Shelob into a rough human warrior, no. Leave Shelob ugly. Leave Shelob hideous. Make Shelob someone you don't want to work with just based on appearance alone. And now they turned her into someone who's more appealing to work alongside, which makes it less appealing for me. And it ruins it. Oh, you have gotta be fucking kidding me.
What the fuck is that?
It's been a long time since I've seen the Aliens movie, but I know he died. There's no way he survived. And I'm off track. This is probably the end of the chapter anyways. Shelob. Leave Shelob the hideous monstrosity she is. And that, even with microtransactions that Warner Bros. Is doing, that would have made me pick up the game sooner rather than later. Now I don't even know if I'm going to pick up the game unless it's years later down the road and there's a Game of the Year edition and it's under $30. It includes not all the microtransactions, I'll never do that, but it includes all the bonus DLC that's not even out yet, the extra levels, the extra goals, the extra campaigns, what have you. That's the only way I'll ever pick up Shadow of War. And even then, it's going to have to be at a very, very cheap price because Shelob, I wanted to work with something hideous. I didn't want to work with something not even just sexually attractive. That's going way too far. Just someone who's not as wicked, someone who's not as evil anyways. This chapter is done. Take care everybody. Have yourselves a great day and bye.